to another episode of Let's Talk Land. This video is for the newbies into the land game. I get a lot of questions from kind of first-time buyers in the land world. They don't really know what to do, where to start, and so the video is intended to kind of give you some ideas and suggestions about what things you can do to prepare yourself and familiarize yourself with the process and get you off on the right foot in your new land venture. One of the first things you can do is do a Google search for land in, for example, land in southern Wisconsin. If you do that Google search, you're going to find certain platforms like land.com, Lands of America, Land and Farm, things of that nature. You can use the Land Guys website as well at landguys.com. On there, you're going to see all sorts of listings in different areas, and you can start to kind of familiarize yourself with what are the prices associated with certain types of listings. You'll probably notice that most of the time, if it's tillable ground, aka farm ground, they're going to be priced higher, and so those might be more of interest to farmers themselves or to people who want to invest in farm ground. But then you'll also see listings that maybe have more mixed use. Maybe there is some tillable component to it, but there's some timber and maybe some wetland. Some of it is straight recreational type of properties. And so you'll start to see, if you kind of break the properties down, you can kind of see what the pricing is associated with certain types of acreage. And I would recommend searching on a county by county level because prices can vary sometimes pretty drastically from one county to the next. So you can search by region just for a general overview. For example, you could search southeastern Wisconsin or southwestern Wisconsin. But if you want to reside or have a place in a specific county or specific area, I would recommend searching on a county by county basis. So that way you can see true comps to the type of property that you're looking for and the most accurate basis about what you should be paying for that type of property. Another good step that I would recommend doing is figure out what lender you're going to use if you plan on having a mortgage on this property. Not every bank will lend for a secondary property or for vacant land. So I always recommend starting with the current bank that you use, because if they do lend for it, that's great, and there's kind of a convenience factor there to have everything in one spot. But if they don't lend on it, and you need help, you can email me at luke@landguys.com. I kind of have a list of area banks that I know that do lend for secondary property. Go ahead and find out what kind of programs they offer. Maybe get yourself pre-approved right up front, because good properties that hit the market that are priced well and marketed well, they're not lasting long. So figure out get a good idea who you're going to use as your lender. And if you're ready to buy and you're just looking for the right property, I would suggest go ahead and get yourself pre-approved so that you don't have to waste any time when you find the piece of property that you really want to go after. And the last thing that I would do is I would recommend kind of associating yourself with an agent. There's advantages to that. One, because they can keep you in tune with the market and new properties that are hitting the market. They can also, if you have a particular property of interest, they can pull comps. Make sure they're part of an MLS so that they can pull comps for the area and for that type of property to make sure it's priced appropriately for what it is and where it is. And they can also obviously take you and show you the property, give you their 2 cents, point out any potential red flags or anything of that nature that might be associated with them. Another thing that we do, as like for myself, for example, is I talk to a lot of landowners, and some landowners are willing to sell certain parts of their property, but they don't necessarily want to list it. And so there might be some kind of off-market properties that are available out there, but you're not seeing on the internet. And so that's another advantage of working with an agent. And as always, if you find this helpful and you want further information, feel free to hit that subscribe button and follow along. Or you can email me at luke@landguys.com. I'm happy to help you in any way I can.